I'm gonna show you how to create monthly income with the banking and funding, with bank funding and in real estate. So here's the deal. Get wealthy off of debt. So the Federal Reserve, did you guys know the Federal Reserve operations are financed primarily from the interest earned on securities backed by debt? Like, check this out. The Federal Reserve makes money off the debt system. So if the largest conglomerate in the United States, who puts the value on the thing that everybody is working hard for, whether you're going to work every day, whether you run a business, whether you are, however you make your money, the Federal Reserve is saying, you know what? The best way to operate is in debt because it's backed by the securities of our assets. You're all the assets. So the Federal Reserve can go out there and keep printing money, lowering the value, creating debt, because they know that you're going to continue to operate in the old system because of all of the programming that your mama, your big mama, big mama's big mama, and big daddy and pawpaw done taught you. Meanwhile, they at bingo with their credit cards. So let me ask you this. See, the Federal Reserve can afford to be petty. That's why they tricked everybody. See, the Federal Reserve can afford to be petty. So they tricked all of us and told us, oh, hey, we're going to print all of this money for y'all during COVID. And y'all going to go out there and spend it all up because we know that the black dollar only circulates in the black community for 6 hours. That ain't even a full rent cycle. So the greatest trick they created was to create a whole nother game for poor people to play. And they say, y'all go play this. We'll go play the big boys game. And it's like when people got two different sets of rules for spades. You can't play at the big boy table in spades. Go play with the little kids. So now your big grown self is sitting at the kid table with your knees up to your ears playing with the kids. That's how you look in life financially when you don't operate in the debt system that the Federal Reserve set up, which is the only way you can get ahead and the only way you can win. So unless you're willing to play this game, you will not win. Unless you're ready to play the game I'm about to show you today, it is impossible for you to win, and I'm gonna prove it. How's your life looking right now? See, we're gonna look inward today. You will not win this game if you're not willing to play the way it was truly designed. See, here's the thing. They've created this culture of us chasing industries that we have less than a 1% chance of succeeding in. They made everybody think that they can either hoop or sing or rap. What did Biggie say? Either you got a wicked jump shot or something. I forgot Biggie's line. But basically he said, the only way you can get rich, either you sling, crack rock, or you got a wicked jump shot. Like, if you think about it, that is the game that they forced on to us in the lower economic and the lower income communities. I had somebody on one of my posts one day, I had a troll who was mad because of where he was at in his life. Like, here's the thing with trolls on the internet. They only come at people when they see you winning. Trolls are only mad at people on the internet because of the position they are in their life. And instead of getting mad, why don't you come play the game where we know how to win? And see, and here's the thing. When I went to his page, because I could afford to be petty, but I wasn't petty that day because I didn't have the time because I was busy. But I did my homework. I was like Kendrick. I researched him because if he popped back on my page again, I'm bringing out all of the artillery. But I'll share with y'all some of my diss track preparation I got prepared for him. He was 40 years old, talking about he's a rapper. Do you know the success rate of being successful as a rapper? Especially at 40 something, when you haven't put out a record yet. See, what are the odds on being successful and positioning your family to becoming a millionaire? Look at the NBA, 1.2%. Look at these stats, it'll blow your mind. What are the odds on making the NFL? 0.16%. Marlon can tell you he had two boys who one of them went to the NFL Combine. And he came back and told me he felt that was like the modern day slave trade. You got our boys out there performing, trying to make a roster where they own you. You can't even speak up for your family. or they gonna cut your check. What are the odds on making it in the Major League Baseball? 1.9%. These numbers are disgusting. The odds on making it in Hollywood. So for the guy, the 40-year-old who was trying to be a rapper, who had blankets up for his curtains, maybe the blankets was for acoustics, I don't know. The odds on making it in Hollywood, 2%. 2%. It looks like being an actor, you got the highest percentage. But then you don't even know how long your career gonna last. It could, like, you can't even control that. I'm telling y'all, I hear these stories every single day. Hold on, this is gonna really mess a lot of people up. What are the odds on making millions of dollars in a successful business startup? 10 to 20%. 8 out of 9 businesses fail. That's why you can't walk in the bank and ask for a business loan, because they already have the stats there. The banks have the stats. See, we don't know the stats, so we go in strutting with our George Jefferson walk, thinking we gonna get all this money from the bank because we heard somebody on the social media telling us you can go and get $200,000 with bad credit. You just gotta come up with a good SIC code. Boy, the lies they tell on the internet. But check this out. This one blew my mind. What are the odds on making it in real estate? 90%. The odds on making it in real estate is 90%. Why would you not play in the game that has the highest percentage for you to win? That's just like when people say, well, Will, why do you buy houses in the C and D class neighborhoods? Because my pool of individuals of who I have to make sure that my property stay filled up is at like 90%. When you go and look at people who failed in real estate, they tried to play in the 5% territory. Why would you not want to play where you have the greatest odds of winning? Everybody need a roof over their head. See, I play percentages. That's why most of the things I do, usually I get a result from it, because I play percentages. I understand the rules. I know the strategy. I have the mental strength. I'm flexible. I'm balanced with my strategy. I have the tolerance of dealing with people. I'm not saying, oh, I don't trust this person. I don't trust that person. Like, no, I let the results speak for itself, and I let the data dictate my moves. I let the data dictate it. So why wouldn't you want to participate that has a 90% success rate? Now, is it because you don't believe in you? See, you don't have to believe in Will Roundtree. Only thing you have to make sure is that when you come on here, that I deliver the most current and up-to-date information so you can make an informed and intelligent decision. See, you just got to believe in you. That's a part of winning the game. So then I started to look up different words. The first one, confront. To face, especially in challenge. To cause, to bring face to face. See, you got to come face to face with your challenges of you. Are you a degenerate gambler? That's why you don't trust yourself. Is it that you don't believe in credit because you done ruined your credit 3 or 4 times? Are you bad with your paycheck money? See, if you bad with the fiat money, you're going to be bad with the debt money, because money is debt. But see, because people, when it comes to the debt or the credit, it doesn't feel like real money to people. Well, that's the game that they tricked y'all into playing. So what you do is you go out and you go and use that money, the high interest money, to shop, to travel, to do all of these things to make yourself feel good. And then you don't want to your shortcomings. So now you're at warfare with yourself. See, so now you're at warfare with yourself. Engagement in or the activities involved in mental war with self or conflict. See, when people who I've worked with or who I've mentored, if they get mad, I know they're not mad at Will, because I've done nothing but put them in a position to win. I've done nothing but put them in a position to get ahead. I've done nothing but put them in a game where they have a 90% success, an opportunity to win at a game that creates 90% success rate. You're at warfare with self, not Will Roundtree, because I didn't ask you for anything but for you to prosper and flourish. And as we know, to prosper and flourish, that means to achieve success. So how could you be upset with somebody who does nothing but want to see you succeed? That's because you're at warfare with self. You're at conflict with self, your beliefs. That's why a part of what you got to do is you got to get rid of everybody around you who serve zero value in your success. Then I looked up the definition of conflict: a serious disagreement or argument, typically a protracted, meaning a lasting a long time. You've protracted with self. You have a disagreement with self. You're angry, you're this, you're that. See, Here's something that I've learned. On the scale of success, hope is still at the bottom. See, when you're going into these motivational workshops and you're going into these communities that is preaching hope, the reason you don't win because hope is still at the bottom of the success scale. Hope, there's no action with hope. There's no implementation with hope. There's no accountability nor responsibility with hope. See, hope is just a feeling that's like a pinch. I hope I hit the lottery. I hope my record sells. I hope I can make the NBA. I hope I can make the NFL. I hope. Hope is at the bottom of the success scale. Why not play where you have the greatest odds of winning? So are you at war with your own beliefs of self? And only you can answer that question. But did you know that's how most people operate in life? They hope. Let me give y'all one I'm familiar with, that everybody on here is familiar with. How many people have been driving with somebody and they've been in the car? Maybe like, man, I hope this dude hit me, run in the back of me because we getting paid. You're hoping for somebody to put you in a car accident that could potentially take your life so you can get a couple dollars? Newsflash, if that person who hit you don't have the proper insurance, you better hope you can afford to fix your car. Because if they don't have insurance, you got to pay for it yourself. So you better hope you can afford to fix your car. Well, look, hope is at the bottom of the success scale. Success is 5th grade math. Did you know there's an exact science to becoming a millionaire? And I'm going to show you the exact formula on how to achieve this goal. See, to be classified, first of all, we got to understand. Remember, we got to know the rules. To be classified as a millionaire, your goal is to acquire a net worth of $1 million in assets. The fastest way to do that through real estate. In fact, 90% of millionaires own real estate assets. So again, success is 5th grade math. There's an exact science and formula to achieving this. Real estate has a 90% success rate. And to be classified as a millionaire, you have to own that in asset. Would you rather have $1 million business or $1 million in assets? Which one would you rather have? All right, so here's the $1 million blueprint. This is an extremely conservative strategy, okay? Over the next 5 years, you're going to acquire 2 properties at a minimum of $100,000 of an asset. So that means over 5 years, you're gonna amass 10 properties. All of the purchase prices are $100,000. Okay, just follow me. Each property, you will need at least 25% down. This includes your carrying costs. So for $100,000, you need $25,000 per property. So if we add that up to a total of 10 properties, that's $250,000. Okay, so after 5 years, you will have amassed 10 properties at $100,000 each property giving you the total net worth of $1 million. That's the purchase price. How many people know there's a difference between purchase price and appraised price? So you could have purchased it at $100,000, but that portfolio is worth over $1 million. So your total all-in cost to be a millionaire on paper is only $250,000. Like, I don't think people understand the simplicity of that. The blueprint, remember I said it's 5th grade math. It's 5th grade math. So the simplicity for you to be a millionaire, a real millionaire, because let me tell you something. If you make $1 million, you are not a millionaire because you got taxes, you got to pay, like you're going to have expenses. But if I have $1 million in assets, that means every single year I'm a millionaire. Every single year I can borrow against that. I can depreciate it. It's going to always make more money, and it's predicated on something that people have to do. They have to live. So give me the $1 million in asset. Everybody keeps saying they want $1 million business. We don't even know how to lead in our regular life. How are we going to lead a business? So your goal, you have a 90% success rate. And guess what? The $250,000 not even coming from your pocket. We going to the bank to get that money. See, this is extremely conservative game plan. You can borrow the money tax-free. Your appraised value of each property increases every year. You make money forever and you own the property forever. This is the $1 million blueprint. It gets no simpler than this. This is 5th grade math, you guys.